Hi, everybody. My name is Jessica. I'm a Multnomah County Commissioner, and that means I get to work closely with our libraries, which I love because I love books, I love stories, and I'm so excited that I get to share a story with you today. I talked a lot with my family about what story I should read because we all love reading, and we have so many awesome books that we love that I shared with my kids when they were little. But I talked to my son, and he helped me pick out this book to share with you today, which is called Nursery Tales, A Treasury of Children's Classics. It's by Mary Engelbright. So she is an illustrator. She drew all these pictures that you can see on the front. You can see a cute little pig from the Three Little Pigs. You can see Goldilocks and one of the bears from Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You could see Puss in Boots, the gingerbread man, so many fun people and characters that she's drawn, and all their stories are contained in this book. But the one that I want to share with you today isn't on the cover, it's inside, and that's Jack and the Beanstalk. So today we'll read Nursery Tales by Mary Engelbright. It's published by HarperCollins Publishers, and let's go take a look at the story. So this is the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and the Beanstalk. There once was a noblewoman who had fallen on hard times. Her castle had been stolen away by a greedy giant, and now she lived in a cottage with her only son, Jack. So there's the mom, and there's Jack. He was a lazy boy, always dreaming, never working. Mother and son grew poorer and poorer until they had nothing but a cow. Jack's mother told him to sell the cow for a good price, and he agreed. But you know what? On the way into town, Jack met a strange man who gave him 3 magic beans in exchange for the cow. Jack thought his mother would be happy to have the beans. After all, they were magic. Who wouldn't love magic beans? Jack was really excited. 3 beans, Jack's mother shouted when he got home. You foolish boy. Disgusted, she threw the beans out the window. Oh no, his mom was so mad. She really wanted the money. Now, Jack felt sad, and he went straight to bed. But in the morning, when he went to the window, he saw that the magic beans had sprung up into a huge vine. There was nothing to do but climb up it. Of course, you look out your window, there's a giant vine. Of course you're going to climb it. Here's a picture of Jack climbing up this huge vine. Higher and higher he climbed until at last he reached the top of the vine, and he found himself looking at a castle that was high among the clouds. Jack didn't know it, but this was the very castle that had been stolen from his mother when he was just a baby. You can see the castle up here in the clouds. I would love to live in a castle in the clouds, wouldn't you? When Jack got there, he knocked. A giant woman answered the door. After taking one look at him, she said, "Please, please run away. My husband is a cruel giant." But Jack was exhausted and hungry, so he offered to work for food, and she let him in. As he was finishing up his dinner, there came a deafening roar. Jack hid in a cupboard just as the giant thundered in, bellowing, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." But the giant's wife said, "It's the stew you smell." Look at his face. He is a very angry giant. "Humph," the giant grunted, and he settled down to his giant supper. At last he finished eating, and his wife brought out a golden goose. Ooh, I want to see the golden goose. Lay, shouted the giant, and the goose laid an egg of solid gold. Oh. The giant amused himself for hours, commanding the goose to lay her golden eggs. Finally, the giant's wife brought out a harp. The giant said, "Play me a drink," and a drink appeared. "Play me a pillow," and a pillow appeared in the giant's chair. "Play music," and the harp played lovely music until at last the giant fell asleep. This harp can play anything you want. What would you have it play? What would you want it to play for you? When the giant was snoring loudly, Jack crept out of his hiding place, grabbed the golden goose and the harp, and started to run. But the harp twisted in Jack's grasp and started chiming, "Master, master!" Jack held tight to the goose and the harp and ran to the beanstalk as fast as he could go. But the harp's cries woke the giant. His feet shook the ground as he chased them. The beanstalk trembled with the terrible weight of him. As soon as Jack was safely on the ground, he cut the beanstalk with one swing of his hatchet. The giant fell to the ground and died instantly. Jack gave the golden goose to his mother, who instantly recognized it as her own beloved pet. Then he said to the harp, "Play dinner, please." A grand meal appeared before them. The very next day, Jack asked the harp to play a gown for his mother, a castle to live in, and happiness to last a lifetime. And that is the tale of Jack and the Beanstalk. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I enjoyed reading it to you. I hope everybody's staying safe at home and you're all doing well. Bye-bye.